Hey everyone, so my blacksmith is on a break for some reason, and wouldn't you know it, my sword here has become a bit dull as of late. I'm going to have to look at a tutorial video, I guess, to learn how to sharpen this blade. I'm sure my blacksmith will appreciate it. Maybe. That, or I will completely screw up this sword here, but it turns out you can find anything on the tubes these days. Also, where are we at? Oh, neat, 1771 subs. Now let's have a look at Inanna Snow's tutorial video. Inanna Snow. Wait, it says here that she's a witch, huh?
Omnimatter ergo logos Inanna Snow von Aika.
Well, she's a witch alright, chanting the name of, wait a minute, Inanna. Isn't that the goddess of love, sex and war? Covering all your bases, are we, lass? I see.
Omnimatter ergo logos Inanna Snow von Aika.
Oh, really? Contrary to popular belief, I don't like to repeat myself, but apparently it's part of the tutorial for some reason.
Omnimatter ergo logos Inanna Snow von Aika.
Lady, I just came here to learn how to sharpen my sword. What are you doing?
Today, I wanted to introduce you to my friend, Worka.
This is the weirdest tutorial I've ever seen. So, your sword is named Worka. Or rather, that's a machete, right?
Worka is a name that is a combination between the English word war and the Sumerian word ka, which means mouth.
So, let me get this straight. You named your sword, or rather machete, which is already a bit odd, but out of all the names you could have come up with, you decided to call your machete War Mouth. Also, does that mean I have to name my sword before I can sharpen it? Well, alright. I will call my sword Stabby. Or Slicey. Slicey Dicey? I don't know. I'm really bad at names.
Worka needs to be sharpened
Cutting pole.
before Pindar shows up to Mount Shasta.
Thrust rod? Wait. Also, wait a minute. Who is Pindar and what does he do and why do you have to sharpen your machete? And what's going on at Mount Shasta? You need a sharpened sword out in public.
Before you sharpen any blade, you're going to want to wash it with soap and water.
Well, holy hell, lady. Calm the hell down. Also, I already washed my sword.
That will remove any elements from your blade that should not be there.
Yeah, that's also why I did that. You can't polish your sword if you don't clean your sword first.
Secondly, you're going to want to wash it with oil so that you get any oil-soluble elements off of your blade.
I also oiled my sword beforehand, but I was told it was for a protective coating. I mean, how exactly do you remove oil by using oil?
Then you're going to take a file and hold it at a 22-degree angle and sharpen it.
Yes. I'm not entirely sure about this, but I don't think you know what you're doing, lady. I mean, I have seen my blacksmith polish oil and sharpen swords and other weaponry, and he just slides it across one of those wet slabs. Well, that was a waste of time. I think I'll just wait on my blacksmith to do his thing. I'll see you guys later, and...
What's the likelihood of a bad snowstorm happening on the day when the supposed wannabe Pindars are in Mount Shasta?
Well, lady, I was just gonna go. Miss Snow, what's going on? Who's this Pindar, and why do you want to go to Mount Shasta armed?
Expecting me to be there.
What, you had an appointment with Pindar? What the hell did I get myself into here?
Let me add that I didn't know that I was supposed to be there. I did get a feeling that I was supposed to go out, but I didn't know what I was supposed to go out for.
Oh, yes. Thanks for clearing that up. What the hell is going on?
There are absolutely no coincidences in this reality.
So, let me wrap my mind around that. Coincidentally, there was a snowstorm when you had an appointment with this Pindar fella. Well, you didn't even know you actually had an appointment with him at Mount Shasta, which was merely a gut feeling. And while you had your gut feeling, a snowstorm came rolling in to stop you, Miss Snow, in your tracks to go to your appointment. That wasn't even an appointment. That's quite a coincidence, no, isn't it? Which you don't think exists. Now, what I'd like to know is where this machete comes in. Also, I don't want to know. Can I go now?
And that snowstorm happened to keep me from going to Mount Shasta.
But you just said you didn't even know you had an appointment with this Pindar fella at Mount Shasta. I don't know what's going on. Why am I still here? I just tried to polish my sword. I mean sharpen my sword. Right? So, now what? What are we doing now?
Waiting for Pindar with my freshly sharpened machete.
Oh, alright. For a minute there I thought we were gonna throw down. Also, I'm still unclear on this Pindar fella.
So, congratulations
Thanks? No, that's not the word I'm looking for.
to the dark magicians who conjured up a snowstorm to keep me from Mount Shasta.
So, now you're blaming me, or rather my dark mages and warlocks? I have nothing to do with this woman.
But next time it's not gonna happen.
Oh, okay, okay. Miss Snow, I just wanted to sharpen my sword. Can I go now?
And hopefully next time the real Pindar will show up, not a bunch of tranny loser wannabes.
Okay, Google. Who the hell is Pindar?
According to Wikipedia, Pindar was an ancient Greek lyric poet from Thebes.
Well, that makes even less sense. Miss Snow, what the hell is your problem? Did he write you a bad poem or something?
So you're going to sharpen on both sides until you feel like it is sharp enough.
So, now we're back to the tutorial of sharpening your knife. Are you avoiding my question? Alright, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm so done with this. I just wanted to sharpen my sword, and instead I got pulled into some kind of, I don't know, romantic squabble? To be quite honest, I don't even think Pindar knows she exists. So that's gonna be awkward, especially if she comes at him with a bloody machete. So I'll see you later, Miss Snow.
Omni matter, ergo logos, Inanna Snow, von Aika.
Oh, we're back to that again. Well, alright then. I kind of think you need to be in the Order of the Sillies for being so damn silly.
Von Aika.
So, welcome to the Order of the Sillies. I hope you enjoy your stay. I don't know.
Omni matter, ergo logos, Inanna Snow, von Aika.
I'm out of here. See you guys. Who could that be? Hello? You've reached Sir Ragical. Oh, for fuck's sake, why?
Okay, it's recording. I wasn't sure. I pushed record and then it took like 4 seconds. I was waiting for it. Like, waiting. Okay, go. I'm live.
Yeah, that's all fine and dandy and very interesting. But why are you back? Why is she back? What do you mean she has some questions about Flat Earth? Oh god, don't tell me she's a flurf. She was already silly enough without being a flurf. Now she's a flurf? And calling me? Why? Why?
Talking about Flat Earth.
Fine. I just wanted to learn how to sharpen my sword, but it seems everywhere I go I encounter sillies.
And I was thinking about even when I was younger, I've never liked numbers.
How in the hell can't you like numbers? We even had a fancy count who taught us to count.
My opinion of numbers was that Adam and Eve sinned and God, like, basically cursed us with numbers and math.
Well, might as well test the extra ammunition for the Facebook cannon.
I'm like, why do I need to learn how to do this math when I have a calculator?
Well, Miss Snow, I kinda have to agree on that. Most people don't tend to use complicated math, and we do use calculators. I mean, every smart device has a calculator built in.
I have a computer at home that I can literally type any of this stuff in and it'll give me the answer. It's just wonderful.
Isn't it wonderful we live in these amazing modern times, where we basically have a pocket smartphone which can access the internet and all kinds of information about all kinds of stuff you want to know, or also calculate stuff.
And I will never go into a profession that makes me deal with numbers. I promise you, it just sounds, it's just...
Alright, fair enough. And basic math will suffice in the real world for most people.
So, math was always terrible for me, but then...
Yeah, I can understand those struggles. Not because I was struggling with it, but I saw other kids definitely struggling with math. But it's not because Adam and Eve ate from the tree of knowledge cursing us with math. I mean, first of all, that's entirely based on unfounded claims. And second of all, it's kind of the education systems and their curriculum of math. They are trying to give you a complete package. And further down the line, you can basically specialize in other things, which don't really require math. So there's that.
It went into science class when they're trying to tell you that the Earth is a spinning ball.
Well, here we go.
And of course, I'm not saying that I have always known that the Earth was flat, but I always just had this problem with the globe.
You had a problem with the globe. Well, I guess we're about to find out what the problem was.
First of all, you just have to go on faith.
Oh, come on, Miss Snow. Well, wait a minute, let me backpedal here a little bit. If someone doesn't understand the math behind it, which certainly is your problem, you kinda have to go on faith. That's true. But scientists don't go on faith. They can actually prove it. Not to mention understand what they're doing. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's faith. Well, I think I just uncovered the biggest issue with flat earthers. They don't understand. And as such, it's faith. Which is correct from their perspective, I guess. Huh.
I'm seeing these really silly looking cartoon pictures.
Well, I guess the only silly looking picture is the picture they made of the solar system. But you just have to keep in mind that if they were to draw it to scale, you would only be able to see the sun. Every planet, every moon would be invisible. It's that big. But I am getting tired of this claim that we don't have pictures of the planet. We have a lot of pictures of the planet. My favorite orbital camera satellite right now is Himawari 8. And what it shows us is exactly what we see in the weather patterns on the bloody planet. And just the freaking interval they sent pictures back at Earth, it's kinda hard to CGI that stuff. Dare I say, impossible.
These numbers that they give us are ridiculous. Like I said, I never liked numbers in the first place. But they're saying that the Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles per hour.
Yes, and that is twice as slow as the hour hand on a bloody clock.
That is ridiculous.
Alright, let me rephrase that. So imagine a basketball. If you spin this basketball around once every 24 hours, that is a scaled down version of the planet. All these speeds involved are related to the size, or rather circumference, of a ball. Now, the bigger your ball, the faster it's moving. But relative to the actual rotation, it's still rather slow. I mean, it does take the Earth 24 hours to spin around its axis.
I can't even wrap my mind around 1,000 miles per hour personally.
Well, think of it like this. The Earth's circumference is 24,901 miles. I almost said kilometers there. Now, take your average of 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. You can clearly see there's 24 hours before it gets back to the point where it started. So, it really isn't that fast.
But then you have to take into account that it is moving slower than the sun, so it's basically chasing after the sun.
No, it's not slower than the sun. It's falling into the sun's gravitational well, and it actually speeds up and slows down. That's why we are sometimes closer and sometimes further away. It's an elliptical orbit, so the Earth speeds up and slows down. Didn't I already say that? Yeah, I already said that.
And they're moving even faster, so not only are we moving 1,000 miles per hour this way, which doesn't make sense because the sun, if you watch the sun, it just moves slowly throughout the day.
Inanna Snow, that's because the Earth's rotational speed is 1,000 miles per hour over a period of 24 hours. It takes 24 hours to do one rotation. I see what the problem is. If you have a tennis ball and you would spin it around at 1,000 miles per hour, that would be exponentially faster than the Earth's rotational speed. I guess that's what all the flurfers are hung up on, isn't it?
1,000 miles per hour, and that's how slow the sun's moving. Like, are we underwater in time warp, slow motion type fucking shit? Because that sun is moving very, very slowly for me to be moving 1,000 miles per hour. It just doesn't really make any sense.
So this is the biggest issue you flat earthers have. You think the sun is very close, and if you move around, let's see, how can I explain this? So if you're driving in your car, the cars next to you, driving the opposite direction, are moving really fast in relation to what you see. However, if you were to look at, for example, mountains in the distance, they would visually be moving really slow. The further away something is, the slower it appears to be moving in relation to your own speed. And, well, I guess the opposite is true if you turn your head around. The further away stuff is going to move much faster visually. Well, that's not the point.
And to even look in the direction of the sun, it is not 93 million miles away.
It's really strange, because if you look at it with a solar filter, it doesn't shrink in size at all when moving away. So it must be a really large object really far away.
They make these numbers so big that...
That's what she's... No, I won't do that. Contrary to popular belief, I don't do puns. Right?
If you aren't, like, really into numbers and you're in school, you're just like, yep, I accept that. And
well, so far I can't fault her for that. Math can be hard and really boring for people who have no interest in that.
You can't even do anything about it because these numbers are so outrageous.
Well, holy hell, numbers really do a number on her, don't they? I think we broke her. She broke herself by thinking about big numbers.
The Jinn of Iblis like to...
The what?
play with numbers.
What did she just say? Jinn of Iblis? Well now, okay Google. What does Jinn of Iblis mean?
According to Wikipedia, gibberish, alternatively gibberish, jibber jabber, or gobbledygook, is language that is nonsense.
Well, isn't that cute? Google taking the piss again. Either my pronunciation or it's the word itself. So, apparently it's the devil. I just looked it up because Google Girl doesn't understand what I was trying to say.
And make all these numerological connections throughout the whole control system.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. The devil has a control system and likes to play with numbers. Is that what you're going on about? It's probably what she's going on about. What's next? A hidden government?
With, like, the Illuminati events happening on specific number dates and all this stuff. But, yeah, they're the ones that like these numbers. They're the ones that make the...
world go round? I don't know, I'm just playing with words now.
Einstein's...
fucking Einstein.
Math problems that just take you 5 days to figure out, and then it's just like...
Time is relative? What, did I break her?
I don't know. The average person can't wrap their mind around it without being demon-possessed, I think, so...
Oh, come on. Really?
That's all that I wanted to say about the flat earth.
Well, it's not as bad as I usually encounter, but it's still really silly. You know nothing, Inanna Snow. Although it is rather interesting you went the occult version of the flat earth, which was kinda refreshing, but that's also because you're a witch, right? I hope she's not gonna cast a spell on me or something.
And heliocentrism.
And what is so funny about a bigger ball being surrounded by smaller balls? Or in other words, smaller balls revolving around a bigger ball? Hmm? Well, that was a rather silly video, but welcome to the Order of the Sillies. You are already just in the Order of the Sillies. So, welcome again, Inanna Snow. Renewing your membership, I see. I don't know. Thanks for watching and tickling that bell. Also, turns out I now have a Patreon, where you can become a member of the Order of the Unhallowed, with all kinds of spiffy ranks and everything. And I'm also working on some merchandise. There were some requests, and if you request, I will deliver. Basically, I'm working on some variations of Sir Ragical here, so it's not just a standing guy who's standing like, well, this. So, I will be seeing you in the next... Oh, for fuck's sake. Who the hell could be calling me right now during my outro? You've reached Sir Ragical. Who's this? Pindar? Well, what the hell do you want? What do you mean stay away from your girl? What, you mean Inanna Snow? Oh yeah, sure, she's a looker, but she's also rather silly, and I am not into silly. Not to mention she's a witch. Also, just a warning, she is sharpening a machete. And wants to meet you. That doesn't sound like a very good date. Well, whatever floats your boat, mate. I don't judge. Uh-huh. Yeah. Bye. That was Pindar. He's also weird. So, where was I? I was supposed to end the video here, right? I'll see you guys in the next. Oh, for fuck's sake. This better not be who I think it is. Hi there. You've reached the Ragical. Who's this?
When I make a video about a gun, I like to be in the video with the gun.
Alright. Where are the cameras? Is this a prank?
This gun's name is Warkey.
Oh, let me guess. That means something silly like war knows or war ear or war I don't care.
Warkey is a mixture between the English word war and the Sumerian name for the mother earth goddess Ki.
As in get the hell out of here?
Warkey is also known as the Rod of Iron.
Alright, well that is a cool name, but I still don't care, Inanna. And demonetized. But call me unimpressed. That thing is not gonna pierce my armor. Also, I'm gonna go now. Hey, I'll see you guys in the next one. And make sure to tickle that bell, like the video, subscribe and all that kind of good stuff. And, you know, if you wanna be a Patreon of the Order of the Unhallowed, you can do just that. Bye-bye. Silly woman. I don't understand what she's doing. Oh well. Stop it.